Hi, it's Timo. Welcome to Norwich City Central.
Hello everybody, Lewis, Norwich City Central. I hope you're all doing well and welcome to a match preview / predicted 11 for Norwich's second game of the season against Preston North End and Norwich's first game at Carrow Road. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe for consistent Norwich City content. And this game is going to feel very, very strange. Of course, if you haven't heard the news, fans are going to be allowed back at Carrow Road. The EFL are trialling out 2 games in which fans can attend, and Norwich have been selected for one of them, which is absolutely great, which means there's going to be 1,000 fans at Carrow Road, which of course isn't a lot. It's not what the initial 6,000 or 8,000 was set out to be, but it's still a start. 1,000 fans are still going to be able to attend a game of football. So although it's not going to be the same, it's always a positive start. And if you are one of the lucky 1,000 people, fair play. I think it's open to season ticket holders only. You apply on a ballot, which can be found on the Norwich City website. And you could potentially see a game of football, which, after the government announcements earlier on in the week, looked very unlikely. So yes, coming up against Preston, it's going to be a very difficult game, of course. Preston's manager is Alex Neil, who was the ex-Norwich City manager, and he was very successful at Norwich City as well. Let's not forget Alex Neil won the playoff final and gave us some great memories, and Preston have done really well under him. Preston fans like him, they like his kind of no-nonsense attitude, so it's going to be a very difficult game, and they've got some very decent players as well at this championship level. In terms of the team, I'd like to see Norwich City put out against Preston. Here it is on my left, or on the left of the screen. In goal, Tim Krul. I thought Tim Krul had a very assured championship performance against Huddersfield. I thought he was great. He was very commanding, caught a few balls, and Tim Krul was going to be an important player for us, of course, as all goalkeepers are. Left back, Harry Quintilla. He was really impressive, wasn't he? Particularly going forward, his set pieces was great, and it's actually refreshing to see someone beat the first man. I mean, that's very rare for a Norwich City player, but no, really impressive debut from Quintilla. Centre backs Ben Godfrey and Christoph Zimmerman. I thought they were very good as well, to be honest with you. I think Ben Godfrey is someone who's going to do very, very, very well in the Championship, and Christoph Zimmerman is just a born leader who they're both really good at this Championship level, the centre backs, and Max Aaron's right back as well. He's someone who is too good for the Championship at this level. Max Aaron's, I thought, was one of our best players against Huddersfield. He was direct, brilliant defensively, and I think it would be very harsh on Max Aaron's if he isn't in a Premier League team, considering Jamal Lewis went to Newcastle. But of course, a team's got to come in with the right bid for him. 2 central defensive midfielders, you can see Oliver Skipp and Kenny McLean. Thought Kenny McLean played well. He's not necessarily a standout player, but he's consistently decent, and Daniel Farker really likes him in the squad. And Oliver Skipp as well. Wow, Spurs fans weren't lying when they said he could potentially be a future Spurs captain. A brilliant first debut, and of course it's only one game, but Oliver Skipp is someone who I think is going to play a big part for Norwich City this season. Fantastic, real work engine, good passer, good tackler, the perfect kind of CDM for this Norwich City side. And the 3 attacking midfielders, of course one of them has got to be Emi Buendia. I'll come back to him in just a moment. On the left, Onel Hernandez. His pace, his directness always caused teams problems, and he looked very fresh against Huddersfield. Todd Cantwell through the middle. Could potentially go with Kieran Dow. But for me, Todd Cantwell is someone who still oozes a lot of quality and deserves a place in this Norwich City team. Whether he'll be here come next month is a different story. And on the right, Emi Buendia. Emi Buendia, football heaven. What an absolute player. Of course, he was suspended for 3 games after his red card against Burnley back in July now. But he's a player who oozes class. Is he staying or is he going to actually play? That's the really important thing, and something which Norwich City fans are going to die to know, because if you look at Huddersfield, their star man, Carlan Grant, their striker, he wasn't in the team for the Norwich game. I'm sure he's expecting to leave Huddersfield, and it's going to be very interesting to see whether Emi Buendia starts this game or whether he's kind of put on the bench or not included at all, because if he is, that would probably suggest Norwich City don't want to risk him getting injured, and he's probably going to leave Norwich City Football Club. So it's going to be absolutely fascinating to see whether Emi Buendia plays in this game or whether he doesn't. In terms of what Emi Buendia said in a recent interview, I'll leave it on the screen here. Look, a lot of fans took that, and a lot of fans maybe weren't too pleased or a bit worried Emi Buendia would leave, but I actually quite liked the interview. I thought it was a refreshing take. Emi Buendia basically saying, if he wants to play in the Premier League, and if a right offer comes in, he probably wants to take it. But he's also saying he's very happy at Norwich City. He feels very settled at Norwich with his family and will want to fight for Norwich City Football Club, which is the most important thing after all. And yeah, Emi Buendia, if he plays in the Championship, it will be very criminal because, as I say, he created the second most chances in the Premier League and he's just a godsend player, isn't he? What a player. So yeah, it'd be really interesting to see whether Emi Buendia plays or not. What do you guys think? Do you think Emi Buendia will play or not? I'd love to hear your team selection down below in the comment section. But no, in terms of that interview and my evaluation of it, I thought he came across quite well. And I'm sure he will play a couple of games for Norwich City. Whether he will stay is another question altogether. But for me, if I was Emi Buendia in an Aston Villa or Leeds put in a 20-25 billion pound bid, I wouldn't take it because I think Norwich City are going to be one of the favourites, if not the favourite for the Championship title, and Aston Villa and Leeds could potentially get relegated. And look at what Alex Pritchard did. Alex Pritchard went to Huddersfield and Huddersfield got relegated down to the Championship, and of course we got promoted under Daniel Farke to the Premier League. So if I was Emi Buendia, I'd think very carefully about a move, and of course if a big club like Atletico Madrid or Liverpool come in, then he should probably take it. But yeah, if he's very happy at Norwich City, I would love him to stay. And up front, Teemu Pukki as well. Teemu Pukki, very, very selfless for the goal, going through one-on-one. And I think you could still say he lacks a little bit of composure in front of goal. But the pass to Adam Eder was absolutely exquisite because, you know, he could easily go and have a shot, but with 10 minutes to go, picks out Adam Eder, waits for the Huddersfield defender to commit, and then puts a beautiful ball across to Eder, who can't miss. So that is the team who I would play up against Preston. I think that team's more than good enough to beat Preston. It's got obviously pace in it with Ono Hernandez, creativity in Emi Buendia, and that team is quite frightening for a Championship defence to kind of deal with. And yeah, coming up against Preston, I think score prediction wise, I'm probably going to back a 2-0 Norwich. I was really impressed that we kept a clean sheet against Huddersfield actually, because that's something which at times we sometimes lack. And we looked very good defensively, and I think Norwich City are going to keep another clean sheet, a 2-0 win with Teemu Pukki and Todd Cantwell to score the goals. It'd be really good for Pukki to get his first goal as well to kind of lift that confidence, and I think if Pukki scores one, the goals will certainly follow because he's that kind of player. There was a lot of positives to take from the Huddersfield performance, but of course we only won the game 1-0, and Huddersfield are a team who are tipped to kind of finish near the bottom of the Championship. So the win was the most important thing. I thought we played well. I thought the main thing we kind of need to improve is just that intensity and that, you know, being clinical in front of goal, because we did have quite a few chances, but I'm sure that will come. Of course, the players haven't had a pre-season, a proper pre-season anyway, and I'm sure, you know, once the games start to come, Norwich City will get better in front of goal. And that's the thing I'd really improve. I thought defensively we were good. We just need that bit more intensity, picking that final ball, which I'm sure will come from this Norwich City side because there's too much quality for it not to. But I'm super excited to see more Norwich City football. I think after the dreadful Premier League lockdown, you know, there's quite a little bit of pessimism, but the recruitment's been brilliant. We've kept a lot of our star players, and the Championship looks really, really exciting. So that is my predicted XI. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the game down below, and most importantly, the big point of discussion in this video: will Emi Buendia play, or will he leave Norwich City Football Club? Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe for consistent Norwich City content, and yeah, I'll see you later.